Lawrence, how are you?
So, this window thing.
Not my deal. You
Yeah,
see,
we gotta
see,
talk
the,
to-
see,
see
the,
the guy in
see
the
the guy right there with the
jacket?
jacket?
So, this window thing.
Yeah, talk to him afterwards.
Let me know.
He's the one who will get it done.
Like, geez, we can't keep saying that. I need some windows.
Yeah.
Actually, you might be able to go to Murray Cole on that as well if you know Murray. He might be able to help you with that.
Okay,
Because
I'm gonna have to
it's
talk
a
to
big
Murray.
old partnership. Tell him that we sent him to see you. He'll love it. It'll be great. He'll be into it. And, look, we were just talking about yesterday, a win is a win. I'm sure on our end we're going to talk about it a little differently, but for you guys, it feels like it was a massive point in the season, and y'all really needed to bounce back, and you got it done. And you all guys were a part of chasing down Zach Wilson into just throwing it up to you guys. I'm surprised he didn't try to throw one behind his back.
Well, yes, I understand. Like, the game itself was a good game for both sides of the ball. You know, we had to play good competitive football. We had to play good complementary football. Everything's not going to go the way we expect it to go. You know, we knew we had a good mobile quarterback that we were going to face this week, and the previous week we didn't do so good on it. So this week we had to do a little bit better, and we just took advantage of that, and we had to eliminate the run game because, as you know, if you don't stop the run, you can't pass rush. So we eliminate the run game. We was able to get pressure on them. We might not show a lot of sacks out there, but that doesn't mean we didn't get a lot of pressure on them. We didn't get them out the pocket. We didn't make sure the balls were, like you said, it was thrown. He was just throwing them up. That means we had good coverage, good pressure. It was all around a good game. But it's those exciting games you get to do. It's the Jets. Like, who doesn't want to beat the Jets? You know, it's a perfect atmosphere to go out there and have a team win.
Did you get a sense, were they carrying themselves a little bit different going into the game at 5-2, above you guys in the standings, as compared to different years? And you've now beaten them 13 straight games. And so I'm curious, did they feel like they had more of a confidence about them than in previous seasons?
No, it's the same thing every single year. It's the Jets. So you get the same atmosphere, you get the same personalities. They're trying to come out there and they try to do their best. But we have to understand what that means to this team to go out into to MetLife and to play that game, what it represents for us. But like you can see it, they got confidence though. Like they do have confidence when they come play the Patriots. It's been that way every single year since we blew them out years ago until last year to this year. It's always going to continue to happen. Like they said, we'll see you in a couple of weeks, and you're like, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. It's going to be exciting.
That's
like,
right.
Let's see what happens in a couple of weeks in Gillette.
To us on the outside, the last couple of weeks has felt disjointed, a little chaotic. Bill's having fun with the media, the whole day-by-day thing, all that kind of stuff. How has it been inside the walls here?
Well, you got to ignore the noise and understand we have to prepare every single week like it's our last game. And like I said, you don't know what's going to happen. When you touch that field, the ball could go your way, it could go the other way. It's all about what team comes out there and performs the best, and that's what we put into the film. That we have to eliminate the big plays. We got to play as a unit, and when we go into practice, we compete every single down. So it's the scout team that's pushing us every single down. It's the coach that's saying, hey, we can't have these mistakes, and we can keep on building. But it's a little bit lighter. As you see, you say, hey, Bill's joking around a little bit more. It's a little bit lighter because we understand what's going on, and we have to continue to build. You know, you can't just keep jumping down everybody's throat every single game like we used to back in the years past. It's like, no, it's a little bit more lightened down, and we have to understand we have to bring that standard up to a certain level.
Do you guys feel on the defensive side a little bit more pressure to play well? Not that you don't want to play well every week, but given the struggles that the offense has gone through most of the season, do you guys feel more heat on you guys?
No, I feel like we try to go out there every week and do a dominant performance. You know, being an offensive player, you know, it's like a unit thing. Being a defensive player, you really just want to hit the person with the ball, right?
Right, yeah.
So you don't want to get embarrassed because they make a big play. Mm-hmm. Like, they're going to put that on ESPN and keep rewinding and rewinding. You can keep seeing yourself and seeing yourself. So it's a little bit more aggression on the defensive side. And don't mess up. We got to make sure something happens. We got to continue to compete, and that's how we go out there. You always want to be a dominant defense. And when you step on the field, that's your mindset. How can I beat the person in front of me every single down? And if they do get me, you have to get them the next play.
Lawrence Guy is with us here at Gillette Stadium. Of course, breaking everything down on this Patriots Monday. A lot of people will say it's a week-to-week league. But do you as a player view it that way?
Yeah, look around the league. It has to be a week-to-week league because you have to ignore the following week to go prepare for the next week. You always have to have a new game plan. You have to eliminate what you just learned from that previous team to the new team. There's different players you have to learn from. So if you don't think that way, you're like, well, we did this last week. We won't do it this week. That's not how that works. You could be undefeated the whole season and lose in the playoffs. Like, I've been there year before, but almost undefeated the whole season, lost the last game, lost the first game in the playoffs. You played, then you're out. So it has to be a week-to-week thing because you have to ignore everything that you accomplished to understand that you needed to accomplish the following week by preparing. Like, the preparation starts as soon as that game ends. You come in the next day, you study, find out what your mistakes were, we did good, and capitalize on that the following day and erase what you just did to make sure you keep building to beat the next team.
Was yesterday a good example of how stats don't tell the whole story? Because I'm sure you guys going into a game don't want to give up 350 yards passing, but if you have 3 interceptions and you're only giving up 17 points, I feel like you're doing your job.
Well, you have to look at the hidden stats.
Yeah.
Like, everybody always like, oh, well, this person had this many tackles, this person had this many sacks, this person had this many interceptions. But what about those hidden stats that we don't ever talk about? The assignments that people are doing. Mm-hmm. You know, like, you might not get a whole bunch of tackles, but you might be sitting there pressuring it and pushing the ball to your fellow teammate. You might just take on that double team and it bumps outside, and your outside linebacker might get that play. Or that sack that people are like, how did he get a sack? And it's like, well, it was a good team sack. Mm-hmm. And that's what we look at. You have to look at the hidden statistics of the game, and you have to enjoy it that way. Like, yeah, we gave up some passing yards, but we did have we had turnovers. Right. We had a lot of big plays. We got him out the pocket. We had him scrambling. He was throwing the ball up. Those are those hidden plays that you guys are like, okay, this is what we did on defense, and this is what we continue to accomplish.
Was it the truest version of a short week for you guys? I know you played on Monday, but you also get a division opponent as well, so there's a lot of institutional knowledge. Was that is that a factor for you, especially as you get older in your career, dealing with the whole Monday, Wednesday we're back up on the horse and we're getting ridden once again, and then you go on the road to go play a game as well. How's that? Does that dynamic? Is it overblown maybe by us rubes on the outside?
No, short week is a short week. You can say that, like, playing on a Sunday, playing on a Thursday, playing on a Monday, it's still a short week. Your body has less time to recover. So the emphasis is how can you recover faster than when you usually do when you have a full week, right? But it's like, for the game plan, it's simple. You still got the same amount of time on game plan, you know. You play on a Monday, you come in on a Tuesday, you had a day off on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're preparing for the next opponent. So the mental side of it's there. It's the recovery side of it that's a little bit challenging. You have to do a little bit more extra time at the facility. You have to do a little more extra time at home, making sure you recover properly. And you can see it when people don't recover properly from those short weeks. And as you get older, you're like, hey, the recovery.
So you can tell that guy's hurting from last week still.
You can see it on the field sometimes because, like I said, if you get a good bump in the game on Monday, you're just not going to come back on a Sunday that fast. You know, if you have a high ankle, you ain't going to come back. Possibly you probably could come back a little bit better if you had a longer week, but it's not going to happen that much if you had like a arm, a knee, or a toe or something like that. Those are those short weeks. That's what happens when those players are not able to do it but be back for the following week playing because they just don't have enough time to recover.
We've heard those high ankles are tricky.
I've heard about the high ankles. That is definitely true. So Indianapolis Colts coming up on Sunday. They have a good O-line. They have a great running back. What makes Jonathan Taylor so tough?
He's explosive and it's hard to tackle, and you can see it in his play. Very knowledgeable about the game, but you can see the quickness that he has when he wants to make a cut. Very patient in the backfield. This is going to be a team thing. It's a team tackling. We do good tackling, try to eliminate the missed tackles, and we group tackle. We should do a good job.
And with a quarterback like Sam Ehlinger, who starts for Indy yesterday, you guys haven't seen him. Nobody's really seen much of him. What's that process like compared to, when you face Josh Allen in a few weeks? You've played Josh Allen several times. Not that you're not going to study up on him and all that stuff, but you've at least been on the field with him, or Lamar Jackson or some of these guys. With a quarterback that you haven't seen, what's the study process like?
Well, that's like there's a lot of quarterbacks you haven't seen when they first coming in the league. You're like, what is their first game going to be like? That's what you have to understand. Like, Lamar Jackson had a first game that he had to face the first team. That's like, how do we study for this? You have to go back to the preseason. You have to go back to when he was playing to look at his play style. You have to study him that way and study the last game. And that's what you just got to do to prepare. you don't look at it like, well, is this the second game and we got to do – no, you just prepare the best you can. Like it's that one rookie coming in off of preseason. You know, what his preseason show went into the first game and went into the second game, you have to prepare the same way.
You did get a sack yesterday. I mean, is that like the because a lot of people, I think, look at you and be like, LG, he gobbles up blockers. He's there to do his job. And then all of a sudden, boom, sack, you're on the stat sheet and you get one. I mean, how does that sort of does it do anything for you whatsoever, the whole getting the acknowledgement of in the stat sheet? It's like, hey, I can point to something that I know Lawrence Guy did well other than having to actually watch the tape and see you just holding on to people.
Well, it's also great. Sacks are amazing. It's a great feeling. It's a big play in the game. But it's one of those things like I understand what I have to do. You know, I played around. I'm a run stopper. I understand that, but being able to get that sack is fun. It's energetic. The sideline goes crazy. The guys, my teammates, they're so amazing when they be like, "Hey man, this is a great job. You did a great job." And I appreciate that. And I tell them, I'm good for 1 or 2 a year. I'm good for 1 or 2 a year. Like that's what you're going to get out of me. Like 4 or 5, I didn't really have that back in the day. So like 1 or 2, you got me.
All right, Halloween, you got a costume picked out, family costume. What are you guys doing?
We do have a family costume.
Okay.
I forgot what it was.
Okay.
And the reason why.
Well, you've been busy. You had a game yesterday.
We had a trunk or treat. We had a birthday party.
Yeah, that's a lot.
There have been so many costumes coming in and out of my house. It's unreal. My daughter has so many different costumes. I'm like, I don't know which one are you going to pick this time.
Gotcha.
We've been Addison. We've been zombies. We've been Wonder Woman. I was like, I don't know what's going on right now. I'm just like, whatever we figure out, which one she's like, hey, this is what we're going with. This is what we're going with today.
So you're kind of told, here's what you are on Halloween versus you maybe having the choice. Yeah, you need to just fit in.
The ultimate dad. You don't get a choice when your kids pick.
Nope, that's smart. And then favorite candy and favorite horror movie.
Favorite candy? Oh, man. There were Reese's, and my son has a peanut allergy, and I can't eat that anymore.
Those are out.
Yeah,
those are out.
Yep, those are gone.
I looked at him like, you'll never know the joy of Reese's.
Yeah. And it's not worth an EpiPen to try one.
It's
either.
not.
No, for anybody who
no,
deals with a kid with a peanut allergy, no way.
Man. Other than that, it's the pink Starburst.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Starburst.
Yes.
And they're doing those, like, favor reds now where you can get, like, all the red
reds,
Starburst.
It's
great.
amazing. Horror movie, it was it. It the
Okay.
Clown got – so, again, at this trunk or treat at my kids' school, lady came up in a clown costume.
Oh,
came
boy.
out of the – no, it's dark. She came out of nowhere. I'm looking at her. I was like –
What?
My wife's like, you good? I'm like, I'm not scared of this lady, but she is making me uncomfortable right now. And she kept staring at me. I'm like, you're making me uncomfortable in this clown costume. Like, it got me when I was a
going
kid.
to say, she
To
knows
this
you
day.
did a good job if she's scaring an NFL D lineman.
No
Not scared,
doubt.
but uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
She made you uncomfortable. She's doing her job.
Well, Keefe is very
I don't like
anti-clown.
clowns. I mean, I don't like
See,
clowns.
I can't do
I don't like
I
it.
watched the new It, and
Sure.
I rewatched the original It.
Sure.
The original It sucked.
Yeah, no.
It was a terrible movie.
The first one was good. I didn't like the second one, like the sequel to the new one. But the new one was pretty good.
I liked the new one.
Yeah.
I said the original one, when I bought it, it was terrible.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't believe this got me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But it did.
Yeah,
But
no, it's
now
scary.
I'm not comfortable around certain clowns.
Do you know which teammates of yours are the same way?
No.
Oh.
Nobody wants to admit to that.
Yeah, nobody's going to say
Oh,
it.
so that's
Nobody's
I
gonna
didn't
say
even
it,
think
though.
of that.
He admits
No,
to it
but
here.
that's
No.
I didn't even think of that though. Like you're very open about your
I'm very
clowns,
open about it. I
No
can't say
clowns, no snakes
Clowns
for
and
you.
snakes. Those are my two
You're
routes.
right.
It's just clowns with me. I
Yeah.
feel uncomfortable. She got me.
She
It's
got
been
you.
a while. It has been a while since
about this.
since somebody had got me where I was like, hey, I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But she walked out of nowhere, and I was like,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
I was like, you can't be standing there next to me. I'm just going to walk over here.
Yeah, the element of surprise.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
not good.
My kids love that area, though. They was like, oh, my
They're
God,
having
it's
a
so
great
cool.
time.
Oh,
And
of course.
I'm like, yeah, you guys have fun over there.
Anything to make Dad uncomfortable, right? Like anything that is odd for you, the kids will be into. And it
100%.
gets worse as they get older. I have a stepkids 20 and 18, and they know.
Yep.
Like they know if they want me to
They'll catch
yell
ya.
at them, they
Yep.
know what to do. Leave the lights on in a certain part of the house,
Yep.
and they know they're going to hear me bellow and yell at them, and then they'll be there giggling and be
Touch
like,
the AC unit.
oh yeah,
That's you.
oh no, they're not smart enough to do that. No, I try to. You touch an AC unit off with a thumb. That way we don't have to worry about it anymore. Lawrence Guy, thank you, man. We appreciate it. Good luck, and hopefully we get you next week as well. If not, have a great bye week.
Thank you, guys.
All right, there goes Lawrence Guy. We are here at Gillette Stadium on a Patriots Monday.